Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Better League Network, because I know nobody left. If anything, more people are rolling in. Thank you so much for those who stuck around, as we have a huge divisional round matchup. We've seen this matchup, I think, 2 seasons in a row now, with the Bengals hosting Little Alex and the Buffalo Bills. I'm CMass, your play-by-play man, joined by one of the biggest brains in Better League history, the historian himself, Mr. Daniel Ragnon. What, three-time champion? Three-time Super Bowl champion, soon to be 4 at some point, I'm sure. Daniel Ragnon, how you feeling tonight, man?
Hey, man, CMass, I'm doing great. This is going to be a great game. 2 great competitors in the AFC. You know, Cody and Little Alex have been absolute staples in this conference for this entire cycle. They've definitely played each other many times, definitely know each other so well. So this is going to be such a great game.
Awesome. Thank you so much. As Connor immediately gets a sub to a phone number, is what it looks like. Who would do that?
Oh boy.
Yeah, don't please send nudes to that number. Please don't. I don't need any complaints to the Better League Network complaint department, aka Justin. Anyways, as we are just waiting on Little Alex, I know he's played a lot of Madden, but he still can't quite figure out the invite system and how to join the lobby. So just give him a minute here. Before this game gets rolling, Cody has played the Bills now 2 playoffs in a row, if I'm not mistaken, and both times they were big blowouts. What's he got to do this time to make sure this doesn't happen and he comes away with a W?
Well, I think in those games, Little Alex definitely came in with a strong lead, and I feel like Cody just couldn't recover. So I think Cody's just got to just avoid making those critical mistakes, critical turnovers, just pound the rock early, and don't just throw the game away so early, because Little Alex, when he has the lead, he's so good in this Madden that it's just impossible for him to let that go. At least it's very unlikely. So as long as Cody keeps it close, I do think he has a very good chance to win this game and, host the AFC Championship.
I don't think there's a hotter user right now than Cody Youngson, who went through this regular season 15-1, I believe. And the one loss was to Morty, who's just the undefeated team killer. Morty is, as Morty's just joked on the chat, says, "Sup, Dan?" But so I mean, what does Little Alex got to do to continue his streak and go 3-0 in the playoffs against Cody?
Well, he's just got to ball out. An interesting statistic is Little Alex has won every playoff game, a playoff game in every season this cycle. Wow. So he's won his wild card game, and another interesting thing is he's lost to the eventual Super Bowl champion every time. Super Bowls always come from the AFC, unfortunately, and Little Alex hasn't made it. So, but Little Alex, I think, just got to come up strong. I do think if he gets that lead like he did in those last 2 playoff games, it's going to be hard for Cody to overcome that deficit. But I do think if Cody controls the game, he will be able to win. So Little Alex just got to ball out.
Ball out, baby.
Little Alex balls out and just plays to his best. There's no reason why he can't win. But again, it's going to be a good one.
So here's a good question for you, and I hate to put you on the spot against your boy here, but Little Alex as best, CFM best, versus Cody's best, CFM best. If they both play their best, who comes out victorious?
I think Cody does.
Cody's
a champion, and he's built like a champion. I've seen Cody play at his best on the losing end of multiple Super Bowls, and boy, is he hard to beat when he's totally locked in. So as long as he's not shaky, as long as Joe Burrow's not making those critical errors, I do think he'll come out on top, especially with Hot Route Master, Gunslinger. He's got inside dead eye, so he ain't missing any
He got
throws.
everything.
So he's got everything he needs. And he's built a good defense too. This last offseason, Cody has put some great pieces out there that have made the difference so far. That is why he's the 1 seed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he made a trade. John Ross, I think it was just John Ross, and then Shaq Barrett and 35 on the Bucks. God, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Jamal Dean. Both of them superstar abilities, and that both of them have balled out this season. What a great trade. Looking back, thank you for bringing that up. As the game is about to get rolling here, finally, little Alex figured out how to accept an invite. God bless him. Good thing he's better on the sticks as far as playing Madden than accepting invites as this game is about to kick off here. As I'm seeing Tom Brady, we'll see how linked up we are. And now we are here in Cincinnati in a clean weather game. No snow, unlike in Kansas City today. I was waiting for the world to shake if Big Alex lost in that snow game, bro. Which I don't
definitely.
I don't understand why if it was such a big deal, like why they didn't just quit out and then start over. But anyways,
yeah.
As we kick it off here, that's why to me it would have been no excuse. But he pulled it out. Congrats to Big Alex finally getting a win in the playoffs. My God, with season 5, he finally gets one. As now we are here. Cincinnati is going to start off with the ball. And you said the key to the offense for Cincinnati is controlling the ball and pounding it, pounding that rock with Joe Mixon. But this Buffalo Bills run defense is no joke here. Let's see what it is. First play of the game is Mixon is going to go ahead and try to spin there, but great tackle there by Darius Slay as he gets a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and you made a great point, CMass. Little Alex has built a phenomenal defense, and as we all know, the most important ability in all of Madden 21 is that inside stuff on that defensive line. And I believe Little Alex has 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. So Cody's going to have to do a great job of maneuvering around those and just not getting blown up for big losses.
2 inside stuff, 2 no outsiders, as Joe Mixon's going to go ahead and get close to the first down. It's going to be short, but we're going to have a 3rd and 1 here. So yeah, Mixon having a little bit of success here despite the great run defense.
Yep, and I just think Cody's just going to call these, I call them inside stuff beaters, You can't run inside zone. You can't run that halfback dive. So you're just going to have to find other creative ways to get the ball down when you pound that rock.
Yeah, I was just finished the game with a inside stuff, guys. We got an RPO here, and it's an easy call there to hand it off to Joe Mixon, able to get that first down. Just played a inside stuff, and I attempted to continue to run inside zones and double team the inside stuff, which was successful for him, but it left the lanes for the linebackers open. So different strategies as Joe Burrow drops back. He's just going to dump it down to Joe Mixon. He's just wide open, able to get the first down and a little bit more. First down, Cincinnati. Oh, what? 2nd and inches? Just kidding. Madden screwed him there. 2nd and inches here for Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was just a great read by Cody, just hitting that flat route. Cody's the type of guy where he looks low to high and will always hit that check down once he sees it open within the first second.
All the best offensive users will hit that immediately. Play action, had Y for a second. He does throw it to him with that gunslinger, able to go ahead and get that big gain there by number 87, Logan, first down.
Yeah, how about that gunslinger? Just shot that ball right in between the safety and the corner. Just such a beautiful throw.
We talk about inside stuff being an OP ability. Gunslinger, probably one of the best, if not the best offensive ability in my opinion. Joe Burrow drops back on a levels concept, has Y underneath, does throw it to Y to Sample. Drew Sample takes the big hit stick. And do you think Cody is on conservative? He's a pretty anti-conservative guy, but what do you think?
I think when the stakes are this high, I think he is, and he probably should be. I know he's very stubborn in that regard, but I would recommend you be on conservative if you're not gonna, do those ball carrier moves.
And off to Joe Mixon, who gets stuffed down. Great. That was a user play there, as 55 was covering conservative on that quarterback on the read option and still had the speed to be able to chase him down. Great play.
Yeah, definitely a great play on defense.
Joe Burrow shotgun formation, trips to the left-hand side, and then he's got Borum, who's just been an absolute stud for this offense at the tight end position. He's going to be looking for him if Mixon's not open underneath, and he's going to head and throw it to Patton underneath on the opposite side on the flats. Got to cover those flats if you're little Alex. First down.
Yep, got to cover those flats. he played a little bit of undisguised cover too, and that flat was a deep cloud flat, and just Cody just saw it right away. Boom, boom, boom. You gotta cover the flats against Cody.
And the big thing, like we said before, that the best offensive views are going to take that quick read every time. And then when the user also has Gunslinger, it makes that read so much quicker. As Joe Burrow drops back, hat A for a second, let's throw it to Borum with a touchdown.
And that's the one guy you got to account for in the red zone. When Cody's passing in the red zone, he loves that number 44, Dontrell Borum. He's got red zone threat. And with that gunslinger, he can just shoot that seam so quickly. It's such an easy touchdown if he's not being bagged by the defense.
Great job there by the Cincinnati Bengals to go ahead and take their first drive. Take 4 minutes off the clock, which is a big deal. That's almost half the quarter. 7-0 now. Putting Buffalo's Bills behind a little bit early on. As you said, Cody's got to control the clock. He's got to control the game and make sure he doesn't fall behind, and that's a great way to start.
Yeah, that was a great drive. I actually talked to Cody a little bit about coin tosses, and he told me he likes to get that ball to start the game. A lot of people like to kick. He likes to get that ball, score a touchdown early, and put the pressure on his opponent. And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
George Tate able to go ahead and get an 8-yard run there. Shedded 2 tackles already. 2nd and 2 here. George Tate, who's just a hoss. I think he's got tank and something else. Something he complains about, probably bulldozer, I believe. On a power back, you think he'd be fine, but anyways.
Yeah, regardless, he's so effective with them.
Play action. He's going to be looking underneath, and he's going to go ahead and throw it. Oh, and that's just bad user play there by little Alex Dawson Knox. Tried a little swerve action there, not able to complete a 3rd and 2 here.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. I'm not sure if that was an inaccurate ball or not. It doesn't say when your opponent's playing for some reason anymore. But, that might have just been a little weird swerve action to take the ball away. Take away from the ball for some reason.
Big play by the both teams right here, 3rd and 2. Making a few adjustments here. Drops back, 4-man rush. There's an underneath. Contested. I think that's going to be a illegal contact. No, it's a hold. Wow, I thought that was too quick for a hold. But is it just me, or are the holding penalties up this playoffs? I feel like I've seen a lot of holds this playoffs. I benefited from one. I'm fine with that. But I've seen it, and I just feel like it's, maybe it's just me. What are your thoughts on that?
I've seen them a lot too. Not that much in my game though against Hero Austin, but as you pointed out, that was probably the most consequential holding call I've ever seen in this league.
Yeah,
King was like walking in the end zone. It was unfortunate for him, but that's just the way it goes.
3rd and 12. He's looking for the crosser. It's not there. He's still going to throw it. He doesn't care. Perfect throw by Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs. Does he have the speed? No. 29 brings him down. Great play there by Josh Allen, Will Alex.
Yeah, great throw there. Cody has his zone drop set to, 25 or something, but little Alex was able to just sneak it right over that curl flat, and huge gain on that crosser.
Great job. Their 1st and 10 now from Buffalo. What it looked like was going to be a great user play by the Bengals, but just linebackers just don't get those animations, man. I've been saying it all cycle long. Josh Allen hands it off to George Tate. George Tate tries to bounce it outside, but number 57, Pratt, was able to bring him down here, 2nd and 9.
Yep, and some people say, it would benefit if they had no linebackers on the field, especially in the passing game, because, as you said, they just don't react when the ball's going their way. And that's probably one of the reasons why offense is so effective in this game. So OP.
RPO, he's going to hand it off to George Tate. George Tate trying to bounce it outside. He's going to be brought down there by Jamal Dean, who we talked about pregame. Able to go ahead and get a good chunk there, 3rd and 2. Let me jump to the chat real quick. Alex is bitching about the uniform thing. Top Madden Gaming, shout out Top Madden Gaming, who gifted 5 subs in the previous stream, says nice, but CMass, yeah, thank you. And then Morty says my offensive line had way too many holds. I agree. Allen drops back, looking for the underneath, but Davis Gaither did a great job. That could be intercepted. No, DeAndre Hopkins able to go ahead and bring that one in, just a little too slow for the safety. We got to hurry up here, so you know what that means. We're going to go ahead and do it. Auctioneer style. Josh Allen's going to be in shotgun formations, trips to the left-hand side. He's got George Tate in the backfield with him. He's going to go ahead and fakes it to him. He's got a man wide open. That's a touchdown, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, 2 great consecutive play calls. He bit that user down on that last play, and then did a hurry up, and I guess saw man coverage and double drags, and quite an easy touchdown for little Alex.
Big Alex says in the chat, what a drive. Absolutely. I mean, it looked like it started off it was going to be close to being a third and out. He able to get the first down. Then the big play that we saw to Stephon Diggs. And then again, the other play to DeAndre Hopkins, and then boom, touchdown after the hurry up. 7-7 game. Little Alex shows time and time again that he's got championship type game style, but he just hasn't been able to get over the other guys in the AFC that have that same game style. Here comes the counter. Joe Mixon able to go ahead and get maybe a yard there, so it's going to be second and long.
I think a great word to describe little Alex's gameplay is fearless. I think he's just very fearless this cycle, and it really shows up when he plays in these games that matter. And I do think, eventually he'll have his time. Maybe not this season. Maybe, it's sometime. He will have his time.
Boyd out of Rutgers able to go ahead and get the drag route, and Joe Burrow 6 for 6 for 87 yards, coming out hot with, as Connor would say, succulent dots all over the field for both sides, really, but Joe Burrow especially. First down.
Yep, Joe Burrow's just cooking up this defense. As Connor said on both sides, I mean, little Alex had a very impressive drive with hot dots. Joe Burrow's going to get in that single back. This is what Cody loves to do.
Ooh. Nice little hole there for him, but 55, but we'll go ahead and shut it down. I believe that's Highsmith who gets 1 yard, second and 9.
Yeah, Cody loves to be in single back, especially with that hot route master, because he's able to be very creative with those hot routes. Especially when they're bunched together like this, you can get very glitchy on passing plays with all those crossers and posts and corners.
Another counter, Joe Mixon able to read those blocks very well. Bounces off one hit stick. I believe Joe Mixon also has tank. Able to go ahead and get a first and 10.
Yeah, and going back to that, like when Cody's, in that single back, it's hard to tell, is he running or passing, so you got to be in nickel, you got to be in dime, you got to be in base, it's hard to tell with him. And, he's able to just cook up, any dot he wants, if he sees a defense he likes.
Potential stretch here from Cincinnati, making a few adjustments, picking out who he's going to mic. He's going to go ahead and stick with a stretch, bounces it. Oh, I thought he was going to cut it back inside. Great patience there. And then he tried to get a little sticky, but Obi Melifonwu with the secure tackler ability able to go ahead and bring him down, first and 10.
Yeah, that looked like me on that stick work. Just not a good stop and go attempt. I've been there before. But Cody's just cooking on the run game. This offensive line's doing a great job blocking these no outsiders on stretches.
Drops back, throws it immediately to the out route to Patton. Patton, I think, is going to be short. Nope, they're going to give it to him. So they give it to Joe Mixon earlier, who was obvious, and then that one not so obvious. They give it, whatever. Forget it. Joe Burrow gets the first down. Handoff here to Joe Mixon, but oh my God, Ed Oliver I thought was going to shut him down, but then Obi Melifonwu was in the box, able to shut it down. That's the end of the first quarter. Throw your twos in the chat, as now it is 7-7 here. We've got ourselves a fantastic game. One of the better starts in the playoffs this season, because it's just such a clean game so far. No turnovers yet. I hope I don't jinx it.
I look for Borum.
Joe Burrow with play action. It's not there. He's got Y underneath. Instead, he's going to try to run, and then he's going to take an unnecessary hit. Not liking that, as Khalil Mack brings him down for the sack.
Yeah, I think he was just staring down that tight end, as I said, but it was bagged on that play, so he had no other choice but to roll out. He probably could have had a crosser, but I think the user took everything out.
I still have PTSD from that play Cook had, where he rolled everybody out to the right and his tight end just all of a sudden snuck in the middle.
Yep.
Oh man, I have PTSD on that one as Burrow drops back. He's looking underneath the Borum. There it is. I love that play. As he's going to go ahead and dump it down. Melifonwu able to go ahead. He's got like 50 tackles, it feels like, already, and that's going to be short of the first down. Here comes the no. He immediately says, I'm going for this. How do you feel about this call?
Yeah, when you do a check down like that, CMass, that just means you have this confidence to go for it. It does look like he's going to kick the field goal, though.
Psych.
But I wouldn't have been surprised if he went for it. It's probably smart to kick that field goal.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of momentum going your way. The last thing you want is to lose it by not getting that fourth down on 4th and 3. Take those points. I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a shootout. Both teams are holding onto the ball for long drives, so you got to get the points when you can get them.
Absolutely, and little Alex is Cody's gonna have to prove that he can stop little Alex, and vice versa. Like that was not the best defensive drive for Cody, as he was looking at his zone drops, making sure there was something wrong with that, or I don't know, but it wasn't a good drive for defensively for the Bengals. So Cody's got to tighten up here.
Those zone drops, I feel like 95% of the league doesn't touch. Maybe not 95. I mean, that's probably a lower number. It's probably 85. As we see Stephon Diggs, almost got a little too sticky there. William Jackson able to go ahead and bring him down, 2nd and 1.
It was a nice RPO there, against that 4-4 defense. No reason why not to do it.
2nd and 1 now, as we've got Josh Allen. Whole playbook's open. I expect to see some sort of play action here, honestly. As Josh Allen making a few adjustments here, which makes me feel more confident that it's a passing play. Sends Stephon Diggs out, makes me even more confident. Maybe he recognizes the defense here. 7 seconds left. He does get it off in time. Drops back, throws it underneath. Could have easily been intercepted, but instead drops it. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that's reminiscent of the season 1 AFC Championship where little Alex threw a very unfortunate interception, like pick 6 in the flat. Do you remember that?
I do recall.
But that could have been deja vu right there. But so it was fortunate for little Alex he didn't catch that.
3rd and 1, and then Tate. Oh, that's going to be close. Are they going to give it to him as we got an injury to Dawson Knox? So he didn't get the first down, and an injury to Dawson Knox, who's one of the biggest weapons on this offense.
Yeah, little Alex is going to get aggressive here, I think. 4th and 1. He's probably a little pissed off he didn't run it. I expect him to pound this right up the middle.
How do you feel about this on your own 34-yard line when your defense has not shown any sort of way of slowing down the Cincinnati Bengals offense?
Well, he did tighten up in the red zone, so maybe he feels like as long as you get him in the red zone.
Oh, as we've got illegal man downfield, I believe, as Stephon Diggs gets his cleats taken off. And that's going to, illegal man downfield. Now I expect the punt unit to come out. Tough break here.
That is very unfortunate for him. It didn't even feel like he waited that long. I've seen people wait so long on that RPO and the flag doesn't come out. So maybe it was that specific play with that, halfback dive ISO concept. But that was very unfortunate.
Big Alex wants to know as we have an illegal block in the back on Cody. See, it balanced itself out. It's like, as a dislocated wrist, that is tough. That's usually a few week injury. So even if he won this game, he'll probably be out the next week at least. Tough break, because Dawson Knox is a great offensive weapon here. Big Alex wants to know, why didn't good guy Cody decline the penalty? Dan?
That's a great question, man. Sometimes you gotta not feel bad about winning.
Gotta go for the win. I'm just so sick of these users just taking advantage of these missopportune penalties and accepting them. It's just appalling. Who would do such a thing, Dan?
Man. I don't know, man. Like, why would you ever do that? Why you be such an asshole?
Not me. As Joe Burrow drops back, he had Eck for a second. He's going to go ahead and throw this one away. And that's a tough read when you got that flat down there covering him. You can't really see underneath, but anyways, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I definitely think he was looking at that, but it was tough. He was kind of covering both routes pretty well. Maybe if he high pointed it, but it was tough.
3rd and 7 here. This would be huge for Buffalo if they are able to slow him down. I think he pressed A too many times as Bell able to go ahead and shed just every tackle attempt there. Von Bell with a big play. Former Ohio State Buckeye able to go ahead and make the play of the game now. What do you think happened there?
I know that's a play that Cody loves to quick snap, that gun bunch mesh post. So I think he was just spamming that A button, as you said, maybe one too many times. That's just my conjecture there. Just like you, but just you can't be doing that.
Hand off to Tate there.
Go
ahead.
That usually happens when you're under center. I have never seen that on a shotgun play, but that's the only explanation for that. That was just a tough read.
Big Alex says the dreaded double A, as that we think that we agree with you. Still says on the penalty, it's because he had to flip. Right-hand quarterback did a 180. Potentially. I don't like Steele's opinions right now because he was dogging the Bears in the chat as I logged in. Anyways, Josh Allen drops back. He's got a man. He throws it low. He is able to go ahead and do that. Stephon Diggs with a toe drag swag. Able to go ahead and get that first down.
Yeah, great throw by little Alex. And not leading outside or up or anything like that. Making sure that, that ball is down only where Diggs can catch it.
The only problem I have is he didn't set his feet. My only issue. Josh Allen able to go ahead and make that play regardless, though. He drops back, throws it underneath to Tate. Tate able to go ahead and get to the edge. He's a big man, but not big enough. He's going to be short at the 1 yard line.
Well, CMass, we don't live in an Operation Sports world anymore. You're aware.
We do not. I did like the Operation Sports world. I was able to beat the Saints back then. as now Josh Allen under center power. He usually likes to go play action on this first one here in power. Let's see if he does that. No, he goes to the quarterback sneak. He's going to be short. Not a big fan of the quarterback sneak since Madden 19 personally. What do you think?
Yeah, it's like every year they change it and it's so different. But, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm stuck with that.
I wonder if that was just a straight run commit.
It sure looked like it was, or it was just a complete blocking assignment mess up there. But what did I say besides you were gifted in the red zone? You mentioned something about fumbles and stuff like that. Steve, I don't really read too much into what you say, honestly, especially after you get dogged in the Super Bowl. But anyways, Bates drops back. Allen drops back. Sorry, Bates is in. Ooh, man, that almost could have been interception as he throws it to the back of the end zone, 4th down.
You know, one thing, I just find it so interesting that Steele just gets like dogged in every league he's ever been in. Like every chat he's ever in, you know, like people always, you know, ragging on him.
That's because he's got those opinions that are just so wrong.
Oh boy.
Big Alex says, what a huge stop for Cody. Agreed. Both teams have just shut down. Sorry, not shut down, but just tightened up there in the red zone on defense. And now it's a 10-10 game. This, like I said before, besides that AA, it's been a fairly clean game as we got a flag holding on Darius Phillips, his 2nd straight flag. Darius Phillips has. He's going to get a good shooting out by the special teams coordinator, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it was a really weird flag. You know, these holding calls, as you know, we were just talking about before, they're just, you know, wild.
Ridiculous.
You know, they make no sense.
I'm not going to say the S word that rhymes with iders, but penalties are fine in my opinion. Penalties happen a lot in real life. He has RB open. He throws it to RB. Carter with a nice possession catch as he had 5 yards of room before anybody was going to touch him. 2nd and 3.
Yep, hitting his flats. You know, Lil Alex got to cover those flats or else Cody's going to, you know, eat him alive like that.
Steele says, thanks, Dan. That's a Southern brother. Is that like an inside joke? Because I don't get it.
No. We're just brothers. We're NFC
Southern
South
brother?
brothers.
Oh, that brother.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Southern. Okay, that makes more sense. Stretch to the weak side. He's going to go ahead, and I thought he could have gone to the outside. Oh, my God.
He needs some milk.
1st and 10 here for the Bengals.
Yeah, Cody's very fortunate. Maybe he's on conservative. Maybe he learned.
Might be.
You know, seeing those fumbles. Maybe he saw Christian McCaffrey fumble in the game before. Said, maybe I should be on conservative.
Play action. Here comes King
boy.
as he dumps it down. Wow, as Hammond there. Oh, my God. Another big hit there by Obi Melifonwu. As we can see my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend in the background. Damn, she's sexy.
You know, that play just shows, like, how much Cody is just, like, looking at those flats because, like, that user blitz just came in so quickly. It was almost like a nano blitz. And, like Cody just got that off, like, so quickly.
Burrow dumps underneath the Mixon. Who would have thought he would have hit the guy in the flat? That's weird. 1st down here by the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. As Carter would say.
Solid context is Alex. Thank you, Alex. I got a full palm on that one. As Joe Burrow, Dan, you missed it. I slapped my girl's ass. Anyways, Joe Burrow's shotgun formation trips to the right-hand side. That one was for Big Austin. As he's going to go ahead and throw it to Borum. That was just too easy of a read on the levels concept.
Yep. Cody's going to hit that tight end, man. He loves this kid. He calls him the Black Dallas Clark, I believe. You know, number 44.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know, yep. And he's just a baller. You know, he's probably the best tight end anyone drafted in this league. Phenomenal.
Washington's got a pretty decent one in Sands, but yeah, Borum is definitely, especially now he has his abilities. Drops back, throws in the flat. Man, do you think little Alex is making adjustments, or you feel like he's just too slow because of gunslinger? What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, a part of it too is this hot route master. Cody's just, I think Cody's been audibling, hot routing him into that table route. And he's just taking it every time, taking the table. Because, you know, if Lil Alex is not going to guard it, he's going to take it.
And you think Lil Alex, who plays Austin twice a season, who is the king of if the flat's open, I'm throwing it, that he'd know to cover it. But anyways, Joe Mixon going with one of your inside stuff beaters, as you call him, with the read option there, and gets to 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and perhaps Lil Alex is kind of playing a little bend, don't break defense. The fact that he's kind of tightened up in the red zone goes to show that. Just leaving the flats open as
Joe Mixon trying to get a little sticky, and he breaks a few tackles there and gets out of bounds. Good run there by Joe Mixon, 13 rushes, 58 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Yep, and I wonder if Cody is on conservative because he is. I do feel like that movement is a little not that fluid with Mixon. I've seen him be a little bit more sticky with him, and I do know that kind of affects your player movement a little bit when you're on conservative.
Interesting. This is a Big Alex play call right there, as just a complete whiff there by Michael Kendricks, former UCLA linebacker. 2nd and 5.
Well, that spin completely dispels what I was thinking because he's not on conservative, but that's such an interesting play. Cody loves that little funky play. Typically it gets blown up.
X
but
is coming open. He throws it to him. Boy, can he get in? No. Big hit stick by number 38. Man, just a lot of big hits in this game. 1st and goal.
Yeah, and just another check down. Double drag. Just pick whatever the one user doesn't defend, and just go ahead.
Joe Burrow hands it off to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon gets stuffed in the backfield by number 45.
Yeah, and this is where little Alex's defense really comes to play because you got, goal line defense. It's so hard for Cody to just pound this rock in with, all those blinkers, regardless if they blink or not, because they're just going to blow that up with their high ratings.
Does he know the clock's ticking or?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like confused right now. He's sitting with 3 timeouts in his back pocket. Now he's spinning backwards. What's going on? Did he think he just decided I'm going to settle for a field goal regardless, or what was going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he might have noticed that the clock was ticking, but he could have had at least one more play. If he called a timeout with like 12 seconds to go, and just run a third down play or a 2nd down, 3rd down. But I don't know. That was a little bit poor management. If you called one timeout, maybe you get one more play in, one more shot in the end zone.
Interesting.
Even if it's a run.
Seemed very conservative on Cody there. Big. Madden Gaming says the Bengals jersey color makes it look like they have all untucked jerseys. I do see that.
Well, I do have to say I've done that before in playoff games, like just completely milk that clock because it's a lot easier to just say, what, let me just take 3 instead of doing something that you don't like, running a play you don't like in the end zone if you don't have a good look, and it could be catastrophic, an interception at the goal line or whatever.
It is easier.
It's better to just take your 3 and.
Ooh, risky. I thought he had the tight end coming, but instead he throws it underneath. A lot of levels concept. This is another concept that a lot of the really good users use. 2nd and 10. And what did you just say that I was going to comment on?
Yeah, I was talking about kind of just killing the clock, not doing anything stupid, You
don't get to keep your 3 timeouts. So, I mean, you got to use them.
That's a good point. Yeah, no, that is a good point.
Jarvis Landry gets the catch there, and that's going to make it a 3rd and long here for Buffalo. And Buffalo is not necessarily great in 3rd and long situations. 13 to 10.
Yeah, I mean, little Alex, he had that one great drive to start the game, and he's kind of flattened out a little. Maybe Cody adjusted a little bit on defense, but I do think little Alex is going to have a few more hot dots in him for the rest of this game. He's too good not to say so. So let's see what he pulls up here.
Yeah, and on that drive that he scored a touchdown, he did have to throw some really hot dots as Josh Allen now in a tight formation, 6 seconds left. He does get it off in time. We got a few crossers, all covered well. He just chucks it up to Stephon Diggs. Praise for prayer. Oh, and the prayer was answered as Jamal Dean gets out defensive pass interference. That's a tough call. That's one of those sticky situations where you don't want him to catch it. You don't know because you can't get an interception, but you want to swat it. You don't know if you want to let it go or not, and so you end up getting the call. That's just tough. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I those animations are very tough, but I do feel like I thought about them and I was like, oh well, I guess the guy would have caught it anyway. It's kind of like in real life when you're like, oh, that's kind of a smart PI because that could have been a much bigger play.
I don't know if he would have caught it though. As Connor gets it underneath, did he completely whiff on? So, oh my God, he just keeps going on the sideline. I'm guessing you're a few seconds ahead of me as James Conner able to go ahead and bring that one in. Former Pittsburgh University player, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I mean, going back to that, it is a little tough because we don't know if it was an accurate ball or not. I thought maybe he could have gotten, that toe tap animation. He could have gotten like sucked into it, into the sideline. But tough PI, tough PI. And little Alex is going to take that. He's no good guy, Cody. Declining penalties. Although that might be dead.
Might be. As we got a new follow, Realtor123 says, hello, my name is Realtor123, but you can call me El Diablo. Are you interested in selling your home? Actually, no. Thank you for asking. I actually work for a real estate company, so probably would go with them if I did decide to sell my home, but appreciate the follow nonetheless. If you sub, it would help. As we got a dump down here to DeAndre Hopkins, who's going to get that first down, I believe. Now, we got to hurry up. So you know what that means? Josh Allen's going to be shotgun formation. He's got 4 wide receivers. He's going to head 5 offensive linemen. At 84 is just butt naked right now. He's going to hand it off to George Tate. George Tate's got an easy run for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a little too easy for little Alex on that. I don't know what Cody was doing on defense. He was, you see people moving all over the place, changing his alignment. It was just a lot of confusion there, and little Alex took advantage of that for a touchdown.
Realtor says, well, shit. Sorry, dude. Well, maybe somebody else in the chat is just feeling it, man. Real estate agents just finding any way they can find to what's the word I'm looking for? Network out there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Nick says, love the heart, man. Nick, one of the biggest hearts in BL, if you ask me. Not gonna lie. No cap, as some would say. 1st and 10 here for Cincinnati, who's down by 4 points. And I just can't keep saying it. What a clean game we're having so far. Joe Burrow stretched outside of Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon brought down by 41. White, who was, for not a lot of people know this, was one of the first picks in the free agent draft in season 1.
Yes. It's a very interesting fact.
I have some interesting historical facts sometimes too, Dan. Not quite as often as you, but Burrow's going to go ahead and drop back. I thought B might be wide open. He was not. And wow, what a read there by Joe Burrow. Going to go ahead and get that one up the field for the first down.
Yep, and that man coverage against Gunslinger, he did get some good separation there. But that Gunslinger just got that ball so quickly. No way a defender could possibly, catch up to that.
Joe Burrow now lit up his X factor as he dumps it down to Joe Mixon on the stretch. Able to go ahead and get a good chunk of yards there. Joe Mixon already 51 yards in the game. 2nd and 5. Joe Burrow's X factor is kind of worthless. Not quite useless, but it's not ideal as he has brick wall. So basically, I think he just doesn't get sacked the first attempt, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As long as it's a linebacker or DB.
Yeah, it could be, effective.
Could be. A's open. Throw it to Borum. He throws it to him. Caught, but he can't keep his feet in bounds. Borum, what you doing, baby? 3rd and 5.
Ooh, that's so unfortunate. I hate when that happens. He's so wide open and just can't get his feet in. Cody's got to be kicking himself over that.
Yeah, man, that guy who was butt naked from the get-go. As soon as he turned around from that play action, he was just standing there. Burrow just saw him just a little too late, but if he converts this 3rd and 5, it won't matter here. So let's see if he's able to go ahead and do so. Going to be looking for Mixon underneath. Not there, covered well. He's going to go ahead and throw it, and just great job there by Patton as Tre'Davious White with Acrobat not able to knock it down 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and Cody's just been cooking on this man coverage. I have not seen a single play where little Alex bagged him yet. So Cody's cooking up some nice, drag slants and just nice typical man beaters, and it's working.
Made that decision a little too quick in my liking, but able to go ahead and get 2 yards there. It was just basically an average run on 1st down.
Yeah, I think he just thought that flat was going to be so much more open than it was. Maybe little Alex went a little hard flat there.
Maybe 2nd and 8. I know I probably would, considering it. Yeah, took him a while, but he's learning. For as well as Joe Burrow has played, they've only scored 13 points. And that's pretty remarkable, honestly, as Joe Burrow's going to audible here to an RPO. He is going to go ahead and throw it outside to Hausler. Hausler able to go ahead and get a good chunk there, make it a 3rd and manageable here.
Yeah, this game, CMass, is kind of what I call a possession game.
Yeah.
The possessions are very long. There's not a lot of turnovers.
So important.
The drives take a very long time, long plays, and that just makes every drive all so more important.
Interesting that he's choosing to go on undisguised cover 3. Borum wide open, throws it in the gap there. Great throw by Joe Burrow. Great hit by Tre'Davious White, but Borum gonna bring it down.
Yeah, that's another read Cody loves, is that tight end seam. Not only in the red zone, but in the open field against one of those cover 3s.
I too as well.
Of course.
Love that seam on a cover 3. Wish I would have had the game earlier, but it decided to low ball. Anyways, Joe Mixon's going to go ahead and have you had the experience where they just like, it just seems like the low ball happens even when you don't press it? It even said low ball on my screen.
Oh no, that never happens.
Drew me insane. It threw it directly to the linebacker. Anyways,
Oh,
maybe
wow,
it's
weird.
just my
Maybe your
finger
electric is
placement.
broken.
Maybe my finger placement's like really too close to the left bumper. I don't know. Anyways, drops back. A might be the nope. Is great job. Great user play there by Alex to cover A. Patton able to go ahead and get it underneath. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I mean, Alex has got to be doing hard flat now. With the way those DBs are breaking on those drags and flat routes and all that. Cody's got to see that and take advantage of that.
And you know he's recognizing it as he go ahead and dump it down again. Oh my God! Eventually, somebody's going to fumble. As 87 is going to go ahead and get it down to the 2-yard line. And eventually, Cody's going to read that. And he's going to hit him with the corner over the top on that hard flat as he's able to go ahead and get a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
I mean, as much as I said little Alex was covering underneath, he didn't on that, and Cody took that drag.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they were really playing for the run there. I was honestly didn't even look at the wide receiver on the bubble. Was it there?
Yeah, it was wide open, like
Yeah.
butt naked. But
That might have been one of those decisions where I've been there too, where I do an RPO in the red zone just to throw them off and keep that guy out there, and just I have no intention of passing it. I think that might have been the decision there, as it looked like it was going to be a man-to-man there, but it looks like sending a man across formation, he audibles out of that. It's going to be a counter as Joe Mixon able to get close. He's going to be short of the end zone. I think he got it on the roll, but they're going to call his elbow down. 3rd and goal.
Now this is where it's tough because like you can't punch a dive right up the middle against this team because he's got inside stuff. So you got to figure something else out. Let's see what Cody does here. I know what he's gonna do. He's looking for that running back on the wheel. Watch this.
He drops back. He's looking. It's not there. He throws it directly to Darius Slay. Joe Burrow, his worst read of the day, and it couldn't come at a worse time in the red zone. Darius Slay with a big play as Buffalo takes over.
Yeah, and Cody's had that, under wraps for, since Madden 20, and that's something Cody loves to go to at the goal line, and unfortunately, it just looked like he was staring down that read, and, it cost him. Very heartbreaking.
Big Alex says it's all about matchups in asterisks. It is. I firmly believe matchups is a huge thing in any Madden. Some people just don't match up well against other people.
Yeah, definitely. That's why.
Oh, wow, that's way too long to throw. Oh, my God.
He needs some milk.
That's why, it's fun control and everything, but when people say, like, oh, how could you possibly lose to X when, I totally would smack them, everyone's different. Everyone plays different, and, it's not, one-to-one like that. That's just not how this game works.
Steele says, referring to the red zone interception, that's a steal read. Allen drops back. Throw it upfield. There he does. Finally, as he throws it to the tight end upfield. 1st down for the tight end. 1st and 10.
You know what that is, CMass? That's a Norman Fletcher play right there.
Norman Fletcher made that famous.
Slide into the left and just waiting for someone to get open.
Hold on, Connor.
Playmaker, unfortunately, but
put your fours with the chat.
Man, you stuttered there. What happened?
Hey, thank you very much, Connor.
Great job, Connor. Who's just been waiting in the wings for that.
Yeah. Everyone give Connor Rice a hand. That was wonderful.
Handoff underneath the Tate. Oh, wow. Look up for the strip. Oh, my goodness. Sticky George Tate. I'm going to take a 10-5 touchdown, George Tate. Ooh.
Just some real stick work right there. And little Alex, all of a sudden, is in a little bit more control of this game. Just when we thought Cody had it and was going to punch it in, he throws that interception, and look at the game now.
I feel like, not taking anything away from little Alex, but I feel like that was more bad tackling than it was sticky ball running. But 25 will go ahead and take this out. And now if you're Cincinnati, you've scored 13 points in 3 quarters. You're down 11. I mean, what's your thought process here, Dan?
Well, this is what I was saying where when I was talking about like a possession game where the possessions are very long and everything. Now you have to kind of up the tempo at least a little bit faster than what you've been doing because now you're down 2 possessions. I know there's a lot of time left, but like you can't like completely milk this clock and just disregard it because you know, you don't want to leave too little time to get the ball back.
Now, little Alex has made the adjustment for the flats, but it seems like the Bengals have not made the counter adjustment. Why is it taking him so long?
Yeah, I don't know.
He drops back, and then he was looking for, oh, wow, great pocket presence there by Joe Burrow. He's going to head and slide down. I love that play by Joe Burrow.
Wow, yeah, that was some great pocket. You know, he saw that user bite down to the left side, and he just saw a wide open lane and took it. Wow, that was really good by Burrow. And as you said, just stepping up into the pocket, giving himself an opportunity to run like that. That's hard to do if you don't have a escape artist.
Steele says in the chat, F it, Dan, let's play if you're down. I'm so hyped for BL football. Ooh, tough user catch there. That's tough, 2nd and 10.
I don't want to be an enemy, but I think I'm too tired now.
That's fine.
I don't think I have much left in the tank.
Nobody else was going to play a playoff game tonight anyways, even if you guys played, so.
Oh, no.
Oh, as Kevin King able to pick this one. This could be a pick 6, but Joe Burrow's got way too much speed and able to go ahead and bring him down. Kevin King, former UW player, 1st and 10.
This is some great user by little Alex right there. You know, with the safety, you know, of course they're going to react to those, and you know, now he's in the driver's seat, man.
I would never call a pass play on this drive if I was him, as he heads off to George Tate, and he doesn't need to because he takes it for the touchdown.
Wow. Just tough development if you're from the Bengals, and just I don't know what to say right now. Cody was in a great position to score, made a tough read at the goal line, and now little Alex is just completely taken over. Made a very good user lurk right there, and Cody just couldn't fill those holes and stop the run. That's all.
Whew, God, another big hit there. Connor says in the chat, Cody was playing so well this season. Matchups, man. Yeah, I mean, this has been a tough matchup for Bengals this season.
You know, as much as you play well in the season, it's a totally different season. Like, everything's just a complete clean slate when you get to the playoffs. That's kind of the beauty of, playoff format. You just don't know what's going to happen. And it's all comes down to who's the better team on this day. Nothing matters before. It's now, today, who's better? And right now, it does seem like, the Buffalo Bills are the better team, at least in the second half.
Still plenty of time left, and this Cincinnati Bengals offense is pretty explosive as he throws to the wrong team again. White, tons of speed, and that's going to send the Bengals potentially to the AFC Championship. I would find it hard to come back after that.
Yeah, definitely. And it just seemed like Cody was just trying to force it, felt like, it was too hard to overcome without, doing the dump off. But, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say with this. This game just blew wide open. I don't think anyone expected this at halftime.
No, it's definitely, and I feel bad because I kept saying it over and over again. This is such a clean game. This is such a clean game.
Yeah.
I jinxed it for sure. Steele says, you're still on. No, I fixed that. Top man game. Should have tucked those jerseys in, says Finn. Unprofessional and shows they didn't take the game seriously. Ouch. Ouch, says Morty. As Burrow drops back, has Bourne wide open possession catch, able to go ahead and get it right around midfield.
Yeah, now you're just going to have to sling it and hurry up, because you don't have enough time to do any shenanigans.
Burrow making a few more adjustments as Burrow drops back. He's going to go ahead and throw it to Borum again. Borum, a great catch. And I love that. That's an animation a lot of tight ends get because they use that big body. I love that animation as Burrow's making adjustments.
Yeah, definitely great animation. Borum is just one of the best in the game, as we said before.
Drops back. Fairly clean pocket. He throws up the field, triple coverage, but Logan not able to bring it down. There's about 6 Bills standing around there. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I mean Cody, I think had the flats, but he just can't hit them anymore because the deficit's too large. And I don't know what this defensive lineman is.
Yeah, he can't make up his mind. I might call a timeout here, even though you're up by a lot. As he drops back, he's just got wide open underneath. Hausler, what the heck? Did you see that? Like, kind of weird little running style there. I'm not sure what that was. It seemed kind of glitchy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how tall this man is, though.
He ain't tall. Here comes the pressure from Khalil Mack, and he throws it in coverage again. Oh, interesting interception there by Nickerson. Perry Nickerson's got a lot of speed, but he's brought down by number 53. And, I mean, if it wasn't game already, it's officially pretty much game now as Buffalo takes over 38-13 with about 7 minutes left in this quarter. And so now the Buffalo Bills, we assume, is going to walk away with this game, and they're going to be playing either the Patriots or the Kansas City Chiefs. Your thoughts on the Buffalo Bills season so far?
Well, I mean, little Alex, we talk about all the time. He didn't have the best season, I don't think.
Yeah.
He played a little bit shaky throughout the year, but if you get hot when it really counts, anything's possible. And we've seen him make this run every single playoffs, and at this point we should never be surprised when he wins a big game like this, because he's definitely built for it. He has improved so much from last cycle to this cycle. It's not even close, and just props to him. I mean, he's just a competitor.
Little Alex is in the stream chat, says, "Who bet against me?" Finish your game, little Alex. Finish your game. Josh Allen throws it deep. Oh, God.
Oh.
It's Stephon Diggs in stride touchdown as Diggs officially sends him to the championship.
Oh, man.
Whew.
It's not that, Alex versus either Austin or Alex would be a good game, but I think someone in the chat said it was going to be a great thing if Austin and Cody played in the championship game, being the two great users they are throughout the cycle. And unfortunately, we'll have to wait another year for something like that to happen, because looks like little Alex is going to be moving on.
I'm glad it didn't, because I feel like all we would have heard of was Cody and Austin in the real Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm glad that didn't happen. They'll still say that, but definitely a lot less.
Nah, you know what, CMass? That's just a bunch of fake news. Don't listen to the fake news. Fake news media.
Yeah, I recall a lot of people in the chat saying that the Bears are going to get absolutely destroyed in the Super Bowl. NFC's better than people think.
Yeah. Now, you know what my take is with that, CMass? The two of us are here so we can talk like this. Like, man, Super Bowl 27, competitive game. Who was in the Super Bowl? The Saints. Mm-hmm. Super Bowl 30, competitive game. Came down to the last drive. Both of those games came down to the final minute. Super Bowls 28, 29.
Well, it's because we know who the NFC representative was. So, no surprise there. They don't have the best track record in that game. Mm-hmm. 2nd and 22 now. I mean, this game's pretty much over. Let's get some questions in the chat. I mean, little Alex takes us. Who's y'all's pick to make the run with the teams that are left? We've got the Bengals left. Sorry. No, we do not. We have the Bills left. We have the Patriots left and the Chiefs left in the AFC. And then we have the Bears, the Saints, and the Panthers left in the NFC. Big Alex says it's going to be the Alex Bowl. I'm not quite sure how that happens because you're both in the AFC.
Alex,
I guess
he's in the AFC Championship, he means.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Anyways, we're going to ignore that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. King says Austin. Shocker. Steele says Austin. His team's too good, and he beats Alex Moore. CMass Super Bowl do-over, says King. I'm okay with that. No Dan Love in the chat? What's going on with that? I said in your before your wild card game, I said Dan's due a Super Bowl run. It's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
Steele says Dan versus Austin.
Steele, I just got a game to worry about tomorrow. Right now, I'm just on to Carolina.
Sure do. I'm just chilling. Just figure out who I'm going to play. Figuring if I'm traveling to Carolina or hosting Saints, one or the other.
Isn't that the best feeling? You just get to kick back and relax.
Yeah, I've done my
knowing
job.
that you're gonna play the winner of that game.
So I like being the first games, just it's over with now.
Absolutely.
Tell us, I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to ask. I'm not even going to ask. I was going to say, tell us a little bit about your game. I mean, just tell us a little bit. Obviously, it's the third time you played. I'm not asking for a game plan or anything like that, but how you feeling?
But like Steele and I, we played very competitively for this entire cycle. I think when we started off, people gave Steele no chance to win the division. I really never saw it that way. I think I swept him the first season, and from seasons 2 through 4, we have split the series every season. So like Steele would win usually in the early season, and then I'd beat him later in the season, stuff like that. This year though, Steele finally took over the division, beat me both times. So it's going into this game. It's going to be a very tough game. Steele and I know each other so well, and we just know everything about each other basically. We just played each other forever. So obviously this is the most important game we'll ever play, unless we meet in like a championship game or something at the end of the cycle. But I'm very excited, looking forward to it. Always down to be, deep in competition the way it goes. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm sure he is too. And I think it will be a good game for the viewers of the network.
Toe drag swag for the touchdown. Yeah, it'll be a good game regardless. King predicts that the Bears will host the Saints in the NFC Championship game. I'd be okay with that. I'd also be okay traveling to Carolina. Although I feel like if I host you, Dan, I'm pretty confident it'll end up snowing. Late January in Chicago, I feel either that or it'll be windy as hell, which for both our game styles would not be ideal. But
we'll see.
We'll see how it goes. We gotta focus. You got one game to focus on right now, so.
Absolutely.
And so we still got, obviously we've got the Saints game to play. We also, wait, that's it. That's right. Saints and Panthers. That's it. Okay. And
no, you got Austin and Alex.
All right. Let me check the game schedule. And they haven't done anything yet.
I think Austin told me they might be playing at like 7:30, something like that.
And do you have an inkling of when you guys are playing?
We could either play in the afternoon, like late afternoon, which would be like 4 to 5, or later at night, 9 o'clock. I'm sure the league would much prefer, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think that would be the time, but we'll see.
Yep, Alex just said in the game schedule, 7 p.m. Tuesday-ish. Yeah, it would be ideal if both games could get done tomorrow, and it sure seems that way. So, knock on wood that Alex doesn't decide to postpone for more viewers again.
Oh, yep. I mean, isn't it amazing that Alex makes the playoffs, he finally wins a game, and then the next game, he's the last game again.
It's just not a surprise.
Like, just not a surprise at all. And like if Alex beats Austin, he'll be the next game. Like he'll be the last game of the championship round.
More than likely,
obviously,
because I'm sure the NFC guys will have heart.
I'm gonna step in real quick though. Like we knew damn well that. Of course, Alex is the last game. Like.
Yeah.
And that is the game here for the Bills. Are going to go ahead and potentially travel to, actually, either way they're traveling somewhere, either to the right somewhere. I don't know. Whatever. They're going to be playing in the AFC Championship game. Dan, your thoughts on this game, man?
I thought it was a very competitive game in the first half. I believe the turning point was that goal line interception by Joe Burrow. He was trying to sneak it into Joe Mixon on that wheel route. But I mean, after that, it was 17-13 at that point, and this game devolved into 51 to whatever. I mean, it was just a crucifixion in the second half. And props to little Alex. He definitely blew the game open in the late third, fourth quarter, and that's why he's moving on.
Yeah, we got actually props to both coaches who came in almost immediately after the game for post-game interviews. We're going to start off with a team that came up just a tad short here with Coach Young's son. Coach, your thoughts on the game before we get to questions.
Yeah, I mean, I think we played well. I mean, it basically was just the third quarter just kind of came unraveled a little bit. I think something that is not talked about enough is, I mean, he had multiple 3-man rushes where I had maybe 2 to 3 seconds to throw the ball. So I was forced to hit the flats, and then once he started guarding the flats, I had to make the right read right away. Right? I mean, and you guys, I was tuning in and listening. I mean, you guys made the comment of that one that I stepped up on in the pocket and made the run. Had I not stepped up, I would have got sacked. And I dropped back and was, and like literally, I was in the pocket for maybe 2 seconds. So his D line just played phenomenal, and just didn't, I don't know, just didn't convert on the opportunities that I had. And so, it stinks, but, Alex has got my number right now, and kind of is what it is, but, not disappointed. And, it's funny. A lot of people said that, like, I was the hottest user coming in right now. And I actually didn't feel that way at all. Like, ever since I went on vacation, I feel like I lost all my heat because I was on a roll playing games a lot. I went on vacation, and then, like, the league completely slowed down, and I've played, like, I mean, maybe since, March 22nd, I've played, like, 6 Madden games or something. I played, whatever the end of the season was at that point, which was like maybe 3 or 4 games. And I played like 1 or 2 other games in Bless League, which is like a no rules league. So it's completely different than this. So I actually felt quite the opposite. I felt confident, but I did not feel hot whatsoever. And I think some of the reads I made at the end, or late at the end of the game there, goes to show that. But props to little Alex. We've said time and time again, he's a guy that can compete for a Super Bowl, and he shows that. And I think the way that he's built his team counteracts my team like perfectly. And I was able to have some success and move the ball. A little frustrated that wasn't able to get a couple interceptions that I feel like I should have had. But it is what it is, and congrats to little Alex.
Coach, first off, I want to give you my apologies because I kept saying on the stream, as you probably heard me since you were listening in, that it was such a clean game. It was such a clean game, and I feel like I jinxed it. I feel like I Connor jinxed it, and it did not. It quickly became a not so clean game there in the second half. But my question for you, Coach, is you've gotten to this point. It seems like 2 seasons in a row. You started off 15-1, as you mentioned, took a little bit of a break there, and didn't feel so hot going to the playoffs. What's next for the Cincinnati Bengals here in this offseason?
I don't know. I think ultimately we just gotta get the offense figured out a little bit. I mean, I can get on some rolls, but I tend to get a little bit locked in and kind of what I want to do, and not. I wasn't able to I guess adapt in that game as well as I'd like to, and just wasn't making clean reads there, and so and I don't know. There's been some weird things happening with my defense that I'm going to need to lab up. There was a couple times where I had my zone drop set to 25, and I had a purple flat. I had a purple, I had a curl flat and a hard flat, and my curl flat and my hard flat are both guarding 10 yards. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's. And he hit a couple passes where it was like that, where my hard flat should be playing at 5 yards or right around the line of scrimmage, and my curl flat should be 25 yards deep. But they were not doing that. So I think just need to get in the lab, and we feel confident. We'll be back to the playoffs and competing for a ring next year. So I think it's just keep doing me and get just kind of make better decisions. Really, I mean, ultimately, what it came down to this year is when I played when I wasn't turning the ball over, I was winning games, and when I was turning the ball over, I was losing games, and that was the point today. I had a prime opportunity to make it 17-16 through a dumb pick, and then the game came unraveled from there because I felt like I had to start getting aggressive, and bit me in the butt.
Daniel?
No, Cody, like I mentioned, you just mentioned right here, that interception really changed things and flipped the game over. I just want you, can you go through your mental state of throwing that pick or staring down Mixon? But not only that, but it seemed like there were a few defensive breakdowns, that could have been, I feel like that could have been healed a little if you, locked in and, shut him down in the running game. but little Alex, had two wide open holes for touchdowns. I was just wondering if that was kind of an effect of what happened on that interception, or are you just playing too aggressive?
I think what it was he was in the red zone. He was in the red zone, so but I want to say he was like around he was close to the 20, even though he was on the red zone. I think on both times where he had pretty easy touchdowns. And what he did is he went no huddle after a big play. And so I'm a pretty big proponent of when someone's in the red zone going to 3-4, but he was so close to the 20, I was nervous he was going to victimize me pretty hard in the pass game. So I came out, I believe, in nickel. He was able to still, I think, hit the flat a couple times and pick up some yards. And then what he did is, he went no huddle. I remember specifically on one of the ones he went no huddle, and I tried to switch to 3-3-5 wide, and everything got glitched out. I heard you say, Dan, I was trying to move people around. It's because Shaq Barrett was lined up at linebacker, but he was in a 3-point set. So he was playing like he was at D line, but he was playing right next to Akeem Davis Gaither, and so whatever happened. I probably should have called a timeout, but at that point, I really didn't want to waste a timeout, and he was. Alex had pushed it in most times that he was there. So it kind of is what it was. And maybe just kind of probably should have bit the bullet, went 3-4 when he got in the red zone, because that's typically what I do. But was afraid that he'd just hit me with those RPOs that he does like every other player or something like that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Cody for a fantastic season. Came up a little short here in the divisional round, but now we move on to the team that was able to go ahead and get the victory today and punch his ticket to the AFC Championship. Coach Little Alex, your thoughts on the game?
RP on my way to victory, baby. Let's go. Anyway, good game, Cody. That was tough. It was a really good game. I was locked in. I think you were locked in. It was really fun. And then Dan, you were saying there was two open holes. I disagree. One of them was absolute bullshit. I kind of just ran through someone without touching. I don't know. It was really awkward. I think Madden.
Yeah, my team couldn't freaking tackle today either. Let me just add that.
The pursuit angles are just garbage. I think generally the BS was equal, but I think I got a few plays where it's kind of you have to know what's going to happen just because Madden sucks ass type, if that makes sense. Anyway, great game. And, I'm pumped to be playing in the conference championship again. I'm really excited to play Alex or Austin. I think this was one of my best passing performances. I was very efficient, didn't make too many mistakes, except that one flat route. I thought I called halfback dive. I saw Josh Allen drop back and I panicked and I just tried to get the ball out and do something with it. So that was rough. But besides that, I think I made some pretty solid reads, got some, nice run plays. George Tate really helped me there at the end, but all around, I'm proud of myself for locking in after a very rough performance against Justin. So that's all I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, you've been in this position quite a few times now this cycle, and you haven't been able to kind of break through that barrier, keeping you from getting to the Super Bowl. Why is this time going to be any different? How is little Alex going to go ahead and punch his ticket?
I just feel, I don't know. I think last year in the playoffs, my first game, I think it was actually against Cody, and it will just, I didn't really go, not to be a dickhead, but I didn't really feel pressured, I guess. I didn't have to do anything special, I guess, is what I'm saying. But this year I played Justin. I went through some adversity. I was actually down 2 possessions with about 6 minutes left in the game, and I was able to fight back. And I think that just gives me a lot more confidence that no matter the score, I can come back. I just got to lock in. And then obviously beating a player with, Cody's caliber is a big confidence booster. I'm actually pretty sure last year this is the exact same situation. I beat Cody and what's his face? Yeah, it was Alex and Austin playing each other to play me in the AFC Championship. So that's kind of cool. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm as locked in as ever. Went through some adversity, fought through it, and I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to play.
Dan?
Just going back to the game, little Alex, I just wanted to say I've watched you play many times, and I think this might have been the most efficient game you've ever had on offense. I think this, as CMass said, it was a very clean game up until a certain point. And I don't think you threw any interceptions, and you said you only made one bad read, which was that flat route. Other than that, you were just completely lights out. You were throwing some very succulent dots, as Connor would say. And I do think if you play like that, I think you have a very good chance of winning your next game, and maybe the one after too.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations, little Alex punches his ticket to the AFC Championship for the third time. Little Alex,
Yeah.
third time,
Yeah.
in 5 seasons. So that's great job. He's almost like the real life Bills, man. He keeps getting close. But hopefully this time we'll see if he's able to go ahead and punch his ticket, as we have both games tomorrow. More than likely, we'll be on Better League Network. The NFC game looks like will be first around 4 or 5-ish, and then the AFC Championship around 7-ish. Would be nice if we can get those closer together for a doubleheader, but we'll see. Either way, looks like we'll have the championship round potentially tomorrow night, at least advanced there. And any final thoughts from anyone that's still in here? I got Cody, I got Connor, I got Dan, I got Alex. Anybody who wants any final thoughts before we go ahead and close this up, feel free to do so.
Yeah, good game to Alex. Like, I mean, I totally agree with what Dan was saying, and it's frustrating because I feel like, and I'm sure Austin, gets this as well, but I feel like I've watched people play Austin, and they I feel like I've even watched little Alex play Austin and make these bad reads and stuff some from time to time. It's just so frustrating where I feel like I play people. I'm like, this is the best I've ever seen this person play. What is going on right now? So I don't know. Maybe that's a compliment to myself that people just bring their A game. But he played a super clean game, and it's frustrating because you're hoping you can make a guy make a couple mistakes, but he played clean, and it's all about matchups. I would much rather play. Literally at this point, I mean, as much of a competitor or a competitor and sweaty of a game it is, I'd much rather play Austin and the divisional than Alex, because Alex just got my number right now. But GG's to him, and we'll see everybody next season.
The bad reads against Austin comment felt targeted towards me, and I didn't appreciate that, but it's all good, Cody. I will just say great game.
I
to
also
Fusers,
took offense to that because he owns me. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. Maybe this time I'll only limit it to 3 bad reads against Austin.
Great game to both users. The first 2.5 quarters, that was by a landslide the highest quality Madden we've seen these playoffs. And, young Alex, you've been in this position before. I mean, that I believe in you. I think that you're very capable of getting this done. And, there's no one I'd love to see make Super Bowl and win Super Bowl more than you. So go get it done. Thanks, Connor. Okay.
Damn, relax.
Anyways, congratulations to little Alex advancing. So 2 teams have already punched their ticket. The Bears have already punched their ticket. The Bills have already punched their ticket. 2 games tomorrow night. Make sure you all tune in. Thank you everyone who's been here. Top Madden Gaming gifting 5 subs. Connor gifting a sub. And Realtor123 trying to network but followed nonetheless. Thank you for following. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow night.